and the next thing.
So, with all this stuff, trailers for new stuff coming out, we actually want to take some time to talk about some old stuff that we have that you may not have known about or maybe haven't got a chance to check out.
You've been seeing it, you've been hearing about it. Lots of stuff have been dropped out on Netflix.
Netflix recently. So this is our Netflix. We're raking you your Netflix queue so you can know what to watch in the nerd sense. Yep. So first and foremost,
what should we talk about?
Let's talk. Okay, well, these new episodes of these following shows were on Netflix. Okay. Well, first season of The Flash came on Netflix. Okay. First season of Gotham was on Netflix.
Right. Yeah.
The fourth season of
no, we're at the third season of Arrow.
The third season of Arrow has come up on Netflix. Yep. And then am I missing one?
The second season of Agents of S.H.E.I.L.D.
The second season of Agents of S.H.E.I.L.D. So all of these are all on Netflix. So if you're wondering, like, hey, this Flash, is that the Flash that's on the television? Yep. Yeah, same Flash. Yep. For season 1. You want to start with the good, or do you want to start with the bad?
Let's just start with Marvel. Let's just do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Let's start with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay. Yep. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 2 is on Netflix right now. Yep. And I hate Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't hate it.
No, I hate it. If it was
I like
person,
it.
I'd punch
the only reason I like it is because Phil Coulson.
Yeah, Agent Coulson.
If you don't, spoiler alert, he's in. I mean, you should have seen it from the previews.
Yeah. At this point in time, you should know that he didn't die in the Avengers. Yeah. And if you don't know that, I'm really
It's
sorry.
really interesting how he came back to life. I mean, spoiler alert, like.
He
came back from like alien blood or something.
It's some crazy stuff. And they're trying to like push the cosmic side of things on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Not
like
really.
the Inhumans.
Just that
the Inhumans and the
Inhumans are now.
But that's like that's like the Nova Force. That's like the
right. What is that? Secret Warriors. So the new season that's ongoing right now, they're promoting the Secret Warriors, but we'll get to that. So anyway, so the second season that came on Netflix is meh. It's like it's okay. The one thing I was excited about was nope, I don't remember. That's how. You
don't even know about the show. This is how I feel about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is basically like this. You're watching James Bond, and you watch him walk through the gadget room, and you see somebody in the background like making like a vest that can like take a fireball. Yeah. And you ask yourself, I wonder what that guy does all day. Right. And that's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You could be following James Bond, sleeping his way through Russia.
You're about everyone else.
Killing him. No.
Have you watched the second season?
I've watched it.
Okay, so what do you think about like Skye, the Skye character? No. It's a female character. She became Wake. No. A superhero. No. Okay, Matt. You hate it?
I don't like anything about that show.
Interesting.
The only thing that I thought
I actually really like that. I liked.
They're trying to.
I love Quake. Yeah. She's a really, really cool superhero. Mm-hmm. I think when they made the character Skye, they were not thinking.
Yeah, I think it's too little, too late. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, that's fair.
Like they were trying. They were like they said. This is what they said when they made the first season. This is me pretending to be an executive of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. writing staff.
Okay,
and they're like, oh well. I don't know why he's like this. We're like, oh well. We need to make a show about these clerical workers who work for S.H.I.E.L.D. and not the fun superheroes. People will love that sort of thing. And after season 1, someone was like, no one likes that.
No one likes this.
No one likes this. They're like, oh, so people watch superhero movies for the superheroes? And they're like, yes. Why would you think anything else? Right. Well, quick, let's put a bunch of superheroes in it. And it was like too little, too late. You can put Deadlock in it as much as you want. You know what I mean?
But he's gone.
But like
he's like, I thought that was cool. I was like, that's a actual character that I know, kind of. Yeah. And he's in the all new different Marvel.
Yeah, all different Marvel.
But they like moved him. He's not. He's like the actor who plays him is not available, I guess.
Because he doesn't want to get. First of all, getting typecasted as Deadlock is not a career bump.
Nope, it's not.
It's not a career bump. Like, because no one cares about Deadlock.
No, nobody really does.
No one really cares about Deadlock. Like, all those Deadlock fans, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. If you guys are Deadlock fans, I apologize. But I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to switch my vote over. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad.
It's a bad...
like I said, I'm a dedicated nerd, and I have to watch it.
You gotta watch it, but it's...
There's some parts of it, but literally, it's just the same thing.
Jake Chisel.
Jake Chisel.
Jake Chisel. That's what the Weekly Planet calls... What's his face? Oh, what's the guy? No, the other guy, like the main character of season 1, Jake Chisel.
Wade?
Yeah.
Ward?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is he white?
Yeah, yeah. He's like the white guy. He like shows up and he like gets drafted, and you find out that.
Oh, he's bad guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Ward. Yep.
Yeah, Jake Chisel.
He does have a chisel face. He's super evil in the new season.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Well,
just in case you didn't watch season 1.
Apparently. Oh, whoops. Crap. Shoot. Spoiler alert.
That's how I was like, you know that guy.
Okay. My bad.
No one cares.
But nobody cares.
Because you're not watching it.
So bad. I mean, apparently there's a new season. There's like a 3rd season. They're already on their 5th episode by the time this comes out. Mm-hmm. And so apparently when people watch it.
But no, I think at this point Marvel has enough money to maintain that show.
Yeah.
And not really worry about it because the graphics aren't really crazy. No, so they don't have to like. It's like a bunch of people in suits. They don't have to pay for
crap ton of money, but they're just like, these guys are.
And they want to like start because they're starting to push the Inhumans on that show.
Oh yeah, and I think that's weird.
Yeah,
because the Inhumans movie not coming out to like 2019. No, 2020.
Because people don't know who the Inhumans are unless you watch comics. I mean, you read comics?
I want the freaking X-Men back.
Yeah.
I want the X-Men
back. You said mutants, and we're like, done. I know what you're talking about.
Let's bring in Wolverine. Let's bring in Cyclops. When you talk about Inhumans, you're like,
what are those?
What?
What are those?
And you know what? They can't even give the Inhumans justice on this show because they can't use all the cool characters.
You can't use the cool ones.
Black Bolt, Medusa. They kind of used Sky's father. I forget who he was like...
I forgot the guy's name. I want to say his name is not Kakarot because that's Goku, but I just want to call him Kakarot. Carrot Cake.
Let's just call him Carrot Cake, Sky's father.
Carrot Cake, because he like breaks things when he's
mad. Shoot, what's the guy?
Mad Max or whatever.
No. He takes a potion and becomes a monster.
Oh, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, that's basically his name is Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, Mr. Hyde.
He's basically that dude.
And so,
kind of silly.
And so the Inhumans are lame, but they're pushing the Inhumans.
Some of their comics are good, but because they're pushing. They're pushing them
the because they don't have
the rights to
X-Men anymore,
which is really really sad.
Yeah,
and it just sucks.
In the comic world, X-Men are becoming so dumb.
Yeah,
and they're collapsing in on themselves because we're going off on a tangent with X-Men, but we should talk about it in a second. If you haven't read X-Men, if you're not on top of X-Men, Cyclops is basically Magneto now. Yeah, and that's all
Jean
you
Grey's
need
dead,
to know.
I think.
Jean Grey's always dead. She's always
sucks.
Dead. So
but yeah, she's always dead.
Wolverine's dead too.
Yeah,
actually dead.
Well,
like
in the new one, he's like old.
Yeah,
and then his daughter, I guess, is the new ex.
In the current thing that's going on, Wolverine's dead, and there's a team of Wolverines. They call themselves the Wolverines, and they're led by Mystique for some reason. That's weird. And like X-23 and Daken and.
Here's how you know that X-Men are not doing well. Mm-hmm. They made a comic of the 90s TV show, X-Men, and it's basically just reruns of that in comic form. Mm-hmm. That's when you know they're like...
Because they said they're not allowed to make any new characters.
Yeah.
They said they're not making any new characters until they get the rights back from the movies.
Which makes sense.
Because they want people to stop reading the X-Men.
For fans, because there could be a lot of cool things. So just replacing that with Inhumans.
Yeah, so there you go.
To get you hyped about that,
it's
not for another 5 years until the movie comes out.
So maybe
they're introducing them slowly in the show. Which
maybe they'll come up in the Daredevil show or the Jessica Jones. Yeah, maybe that'll explain how she is. You don't think so? Don't think they will.
I think.
Okay. Well then, speaking of, we have other Marvel shows. Is that the only Marvel show that's on? That's the only Marvel show that's on Netflix.
Well, Agent Carter's coming up. It hasn't started yet. Yeah. But I think Agent Carter, the first season,
Agent Carter's a good show.
Netflix, which didn't get the mention. I watched a few episodes.
I like it.
Yeah, what do you think of it? I don't know.
I like it. It's interesting. I mean, like, it's very... It's cool that she uses the fact that she's a woman in the 50s to her.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's
And I think that they didn't shy away from that, and they could have.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah, that's all right.
So yeah, it's a good show.
I watch it.
Spies.
I didn't finish it. Stuff. It's been out for a while.
Yeah. But if you like spy stuff, if you like that-ish kind of stuff, red hats. You like a girl.
Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah. If you look at a girl who kind of looks like Carmen Sandiego, then you'll be down. You'll be down.
Female lead. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
To DC.
DC.
Back DC.
Okay.
Arrow. Season 3.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about season 3.
I hated it.
Oh, there we go. I think anybody who okay, we'll get to stuff that we like. Maybe because we're a little biased. No. But no, we're not biased, man.
I'm not biased at all. I speak the truth.
Anyways, okay, Arrow, season 3, right? Okay, is really bad. I would watch it because there's like a crossover episode with the Flash, which is really cool.
Anytime the Flash shows up,
there is some cool things, like we finally get Roy Harper in his costume, which is dope. There is some cool character developments.
They do weird stuff
with Roy Harper. Yeah, they do weird stuff with him. But I would watch it. I would recommend for you to watch it because of the new season. So the new season is ongoing now.
Yeah.
And from my perspective, it's very, very good. Like, they're finally, just to give you a little, like, tease of it, they're finally bringing the witty, maybe a little cocky, more fun Oliver Queen.
Which is what we wanted in season 1, and it's too little, too late.
We didn't want,
if I wanted Batman, I'd watch Batman. give me the Green Arrow, and I will enjoy the Green Arrow.
A more douchey Batman.
Yeah,
he's just murderous Batman.
Because he kills people, and then later on he's like, "Don't kill people. How can you kill people? You ran around the city murdering guards, not murdering people, just murdering guards. People just doing their job.
Families, dude.
Doing their job. You cannot tell me that every single person. No, that's like saying I work at a restaurant we won't name, but we'll call it Orange Seas.
There we go.
Orange Seas with their half-off apps. And you can't expect if the CEO of Orange Seas was an evil dictator. I don't know that. Right? I'm just handing out fries to like stupid teenagers. Job. So to shoot me in the heart with an arrow is pretty evil. It's evil. It's pretty evil, I think. So no, I don't like it. Too little, too late. I think that...
I think it'll get better, though. I mean...
In the new season, there's a crossover from Constantine, the show Constantine, which is next week is coming up. And I gotta say, though, that's great. I think Constantine didn't get the push it needed. Yeah. It got canceled because obviously that mystical thing...
People weren't eating
that up. But I liked it. I liked the show. I think the Constantine character was great. I really wish they would continue with it, but I'm glad that they didn't just dump that character altogether, and now he's going to be on different shows.
Sure.
So I think that's great.
Hey, for you new people who are just new to Arrow, season 1 and 2 and 3 are on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
If you want some comic recommendations, I would recommend Green Arrow, The Longbow Hunters. That's really good. The art is super awesome. It's really real. They kind of like touch on that throughout the first 2 seasons. They kind of take away from it. It's pretty cool. I also recommend the new 52 Green Arrow Year 1.
Yeah, Year 1 is
really good too. So.
And I think that it captures more of the Green Arrow that you're going to want. And that they're trying to push for now. Right. Because and this is a big if, because I've been told both things, if they're putting Green Arrow in the DC cinematic universe, they have to change his attitude. Or else he's going to be just like Batman.
And it's just no fun.
And it's no fun, because you only have one Batman. So, but speaking of Batman... Okay. Speaking of Batman, Gotham.
Oh yeah, Gotham.
Season 1 is available on Netflix now. Yeah. And I think Gotham was one of those shows that people were really intrigued by the idea. Yeah. They were intrigued by the idea of it, hated the onset of it, and now are kind of growing attached to it.
Yep. It's hard. It's really difficult to have a young Bruce Wayne, literally. I think, 14 years old?
Yeah, gotta be 13, 14 years old. No, because maybe they bumped up his age, because his parents just died. Normally he's 9 when that happens. Oh, yeah. But I think they bumped up his age because, 13, 14.
We all know child actors. Most of them are not good at all.
They're the worst.
Anyways, so, they introduced, villains like Penguin, Riddler. Who else?
Victor Zsasz.
The Dollmaker.
This is all in season 1.
It's all in season 1. They kind of introduce
Catwoman,
the Joker a little. They tease the vibe of him.
They tease. Oh god. So here's the thing. Here's season 1. Let's talk about season 1. Season 1. First of all, spoiler alert. On the off chance you haven't seen season 1 yet, it's on Netflix. Go. You can stop this right now. Watch all of it. Come back. And you'll be talking about it. But, right now, and go. But, season 1 of Gotham, obviously the main character is Jim Gordon. Yep. Which is interesting.
He's played by Ben McKenzie.
And he's great.
He's awesome.
And I think that he's one of the him and Harvey Bullock really together make that show amazing.
I think so.
And even if you didn't like it at the beginning, because I know I didn't really like everything that was happening.
Yeah, me either.
In the beginning, but they make they grow on you. They're great characters. It's very interesting.
It's not just another detective show.
It's not just another detective show.
It's something more. You get Batman-esque, but detective-esque.
Yeah. They're not touching on every Batman thing, but one of the things you do see is the rise of the villain slowly but surely in the form of what you'll see in the comic books or what you would see in the comic books.
Which is cool.
They're staying pretty far away from Batman. Yeah, and that's the one thing that I think is interesting. There is no, oh, Batman's coming, or, oh, he's falling down a shaft and the bat is there.
Right.
I don't think we're going to see Batman at all in Gotham.
Well, I heard, you are definitely not. I heard, I read an article where the kid who's playing it says, our goal is to get to the point where I put on the cowl. And then that's the last episode.
Yeah.
That will be the last episode.
So if they're going to do if they're going to Boy Meets World this thing, and have all the actors be those people forever.
Let's say
5, 6 years. It would be ridiculous to think that they're gonna wait for that kid to get old enough to put on the cowl.
It would be. So let's say for talking sense, he's 15 when this happens, maybe 14. He becomes Batman. What? He's 20, so
20. He's got to be early, or maybe 23, 24.
Okay, so
or at least he gets the idea to become Batman at 23.
Yeah. So and then he has to do all this training, everything to slowly become Batman year one, right? We're talking at least 5-7 seasons.
Yeah, I'm thinking Smallville status,
which was
10 seasons.
Yeah,
that was too much. It was too much Smallville.
Maybe it'll be entertaining enough. I'm liking it. So far.
Yeah, I'm liking it. And season 1 is really great. You capture all the characters. You get to see everybody. Fish Mooney, a character who they created for the show, because it was not in the comics, is amazing. Yeah, she steals almost every scene she's in.
She's cool.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh yeah,
is
Will Smith's wife.
Just fantastic.
Yeah, she's cool.
She's amazing. I
agree.
She cuts the best monologues I think in the show.
Yeah, I think she's sold season 1 because of her evilness and
she's great.
How she acts.
She's really great, and she's evil, but she's got this weird, not so evilness about her.
Right.
She's like Jack Sparrow. She's always looking out for herself, but every now and again you think maybe there's some humanity in there, but then it's no, she was using it for herself. But then you're but wait a minute, but still, and it's great.
That's great.
So Fish Mooney's great. All the characters are great. The done, I think. Actually,
in the Gotham world, you like that. You see that and you like it. It's not just New York City or Chicago bad guys. It's Gotham. You can tell that it's Gotham City, which is awesome.
You see a little bit of Arkham Asylum in there. Yep. And like you said, not to give anything away, but a Joker-esque character. If you haven't been on the internet and haven't seen all the somebody posted a picture way before, and I was like, come on, guys. But if you haven't seen it, there's a character that is very Joker-esque. Right. The Red Hood Gang is mentioned. There's an episode about that. Cool. I think that's a little premature. I think that was for ratings.
Yeah, it was just to get more people to watch it.
Get more people to watch it.
Worked.
It worked, and it was interesting. But I think they're, to use a crass phrase, I don't want to, but I think they're blowing their load a little quickly. Yeah. With all this stuff, I know. Matt, this is a family show,
family audience.
But I think they're trying too hard.
I mean, that's the best way to say it.
Because save that up for me. You gotta work me into it. Allow me to get comfortable. Light some candles. Lay me down. Get me. Let me enjoy the ride. Don't just be Joker, 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 Joker. I'm done. Because that's what it seemed like.
Well, I concur.
There you go. That's strangely
I recommend watching it.
Watch it. No, it's great. It's still
really
fun.
Good. It's still fun.
Yeah. Watch it.
Jim Gordon character, Harley Quinn character.
Wonderful.
Really cool. They kind of have I forgot Jeff Loeb, the commissioner. Jeff Loeb is in it. It's really cool.
So all that's great, and you see shades of what's to come. And if they continue on this line and don't get too far off the rails, keep it semi-super science, but mostly just street-based crime, I think they will have a great second season, which is out on Hulu or on TV.
It's on Hulu right
depending
now.
on what you watch.
5th episode, because it was one of the first TV shows that started.
And I watched the first 2 episodes of season 2, and it's good. It's still good. It's still making it through. Yep. So speaking of, we went for the worst. Let's now talk about the best. The best. And this is a little biased, I was going to say, because
we're not biased, Matt.
We're not biased. No, that's right. We're not biased. We're paragons of virtue.
Let's talk about our favorite thing.
Our favorite thing. The Flash.
Oh, yeah.
Season 1 of The Flash is on Netflix now, and if you haven't watched a television show about a superhero, this is the one to watch.
Yep,
it is... I think it is learned from every television show about superheroes that came before it.
Right.
And it has crafted itself in such a way that it is not too dark, not too light, it's just right. Just right. Enough action, just enough superpower stuff.
Excellent origin.
If you want to watch, I recommend, actually, as weird as this is going to say, I recommend going to the Arrow if you don't want, if you feel like you don't want to watch all of Arrow, go skip through until you see the episodes.
Since season 2.
Season 2 of Arrow of both the Flash episodes.
Yep.
You're gonna see Barry Allen.
Barry Allen comes to
Central City.
No, not Central City. That's
Starling City.
Yep. And he meets the Arrow for some
detective
work. Because Barry Allen is looking for metahumans. And so you kind of get the introduction. They did that on purpose to try to see if people would want to see a Flash TV show. And people were like, yes, please. So the pilot came.
So watch those 2 episodes from the Arrow, and then go to season 1 of the Flash. And it is, from start to finish, it's a thrill ride.
It's a
thrill ride. You don't know what's happening exactly, but it's every episode ends, and you just go, what?
I want the next episode right now.
It was
guess
great.
What?
It was torture. It was torture watching it on TV. That's half the reason why I'm not watching season 2 right now. That's half the reason. Because I want to be able to watch it all.
No,
I don't want to be able to be
Matt hasn't watched any of the new Flash.
I literally don't.
It makes me super sad. I'm just going to say this.
Say it. Right. I'll try not to listen.
Season 2 delivers just as much as season 1. Characters develop so well. You can listen to this, Matt. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
So, we see in these superhero shows, some characters are always just sad and dramatic. Like, one week, everyone different is someone different is sad and like, oh my gosh, this girl did this, or this dude did this. That killed my parents. Or my uncle's back in town. No,
my uncle.
But with the Flash, the character development is real. It is I can see that happening. That wasn't unnecessary to put it in there.
That's so true.
You feel for these characters so much so that it's not we have to put a dramatic thing in here because it's a CW.
Yeah.
They are no, this is that's a real thing. That's something would happen to them.
Yeah. And
that would make it so interesting.
The characters are so fun.
You see the Flash with so much power, but in some instances can't do anything because it's on a human scale.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so cool.
It's great. The villains, while it's a little Buffy-esque in the first couple episodes.
Cheesy?
Scooby-Doo, Monster of the Week.
Sure, okay, yeah.
The first couple episodes of them, but they're just getting so you can understand his power set.
Right.
So he fights a villain of different power set every time. Okay. So then you can kind of get it but then after the first, maybe the first 4.
Yeah.
It stops getting that way.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit
more of the story.
Even though it's very formulaic in that way, it's still really interesting because of the side stories that's going on.
Exactly.
So
the side stories make this thing. It's not just oh, here's the villain of the week. Let's find out how I'm going to defeat this dude. You kind of get that, but there's so many other side stories that center around the big story of the whole season.
And you care about every character.
That's what makes it a thrill ride. That's what makes it I want to know what happens in the side story next. What's the relationship?
Yeah. And the West, who's the dad's name?
Joe West.
Joe West. He's the same guy, the same actor who played Collins in Rent, and he was also in Law and Order. I forget the actor's name. I don't remember either. Anyway, he's super cool. I think he plays his character so well because he's a cop, and you could have had the guy from Arrow, who's the very stereotypical "don't touch my daughter." I'm a tough, no-nonsense cop.
Right.
But instead, you get this complex, emotional man.
Yeah.
He cries, he laughs, the way he, interacts with other people.
Yeah.
And like it's just great. I think
he's not a douche.
He's not a douche.
He's like a father.
He's a father, but he's like a good man.
Yeah, he's a good man.
And like
that's excellent.
Yeah, and he's confident enough to be weak in situations where you wouldn't normally. Like the guy, like when he like grit your teeth and don't do it in Arrow, he's just like, I'm scared. Like and he'll say, I'm scared. Like I don't feel bad about saying I'm scared. This is above my pay grade. I'm not gonna force myself to try to track down this guy. He's like, whoa. Like this is, some of these things are bigger than me.
It's cool.
And I think that he really paints a really great picture of that world in contrast to even Arrow's world.
Right.
All the characters do well, even the characters I don't like Iris West. I hate.
You hate Iris?
I hate Iris.
Yeah, she's a little bit annoying.
She gets
Smoke.
Yeah.
Even though I like her too. But
I like Felicity. I'm still team Barry Felicity.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm still on that. Even though I know that doesn't happen.
I mean, hey, they can do whatever they want.
It's a new
and I
universe.
think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah. Flash
season
2 thumbs
1.
up for me.
2 thumbs up. If I had more thumbs, I would give it more thumbs.
It's very, very good.
It's very fun.
Comics I recommend to read if you want to if you're so hyped up about it. Moving Forward, that's with the New 52. Moving Forward, The Flash. It's volume 1. You can pick it up at your local comic book shop.
And that's amazing.
Very, very good. Artwork, awesome. I forget the artists of it. I don't want to recommend them. But you can do that. If you want to learn more about Flash and maybe some of his enemies, read Flashpoint.
Yep.
Flashpoint, the Paradox.
You're gonna get a little bit of weird multiverse kind of stuff, like other world kind of stuff, but it's worth it, it'll get you into where the comics are now. Yeah. So it might be a good read anyway.
It was DC's recent reboot of the universe.
Yeah. So
I recommend starting there, and then once you restart, you see oh well, here's the Flash now. Here's the first thing of the Flash.
And if let's say you really like the Flash, but you want to see a little different version of him. There's 2 other ways you can look. You can look at the 90s television show.
Right.
You can find that online.
John Wesley Shipp.
Yep, it's great. He plays actually Barry's father in this new show.
Which is great.
Which is great because he was playing the Flash before.
Yep.
But then also, I would suggest, honestly, Justice League, the television show, the cartoon show.
Oh, yeah, with
Justice League Unlimited. That's a Wally West. That's not Barry Allen. And all these versions that we've mentioned have been Barry Allen.
Right, Barry Allen.
And in this version, in the version that's Justice League, is Wally West. But I suggest watching those shows because rumor has it that Wally West might be entering the season 2 of the show.
Yeah, he's actually been cast.
He's been cast already.
He's been cast as Wally. Well, someone has been cast for Wally West. We haven't seen.
Haven't seen him yet.
This person
so all that to say, great show. Check it out. So that's all of our Netflix Netflix shows that are out. I think Age of Ultron's out in DVD and Blu-ray now. Yep. So if you want to pick that up,
special features are kind of cool.
Yeah, I recommend that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So as we're done, as we're wrapping up here, let's think. As we're wrapping up, one thing I want to make sure to tell you guys: check out our Facebook.
Yep. Like the page. Share the page. Really help us
We're gonna have a lot of stuff on there. We're always looking to hear what you guys think about things. Yeah. We post on there with little blips, little snippets.
If you guys got questions about anything, please ask us. You can reach us at watchersweekly52 at gmail.com. Send us any questions that you guys have. I'd love to give you a shout out or something like that.
And post on the page if you can. If you see something's cool, if you know something, if you see something, tag us in it. Right. And we'd love to comment on it and all that stuff. So please be sure to do that. Now, Alex, as we're wrapping up, we should do something at the end to make sure that something fun for the kids at home. For the kids at home, something quick.
Kids at home.
What are you reading? Because what are you reading right now?
What am I reading right now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm reading a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what's my favorite?
What's your favorite? Give me one comic that you think that people should be checking out.
Okay, I'll do this. I'll give you one Marvel comic. I'll give you one DC comic that I recommend. Recently, Jeff Loeb, he's done Batman Long Halloween. He's done Spider-Man Blue. Mm-hmm. He's done Daredevil Yellow, which I definitely recommend if you want to read or watch the TV show. He came out with a new one called Captain America White. Okay. And Tim Sale is also the artist. He's a really awesome artist. I definitely recommend it. It's a 3-issue comic. You can definitely find it at your local All 3 issues are out. The last issue just came out. The artwork is super, super good. The story's good. If you're new to Captain America, I definitely recommend it. But if you're a longtime fan, you're gonna love this comic. It's really, really good.
Captain America White.
Captain America White by Jeff Loeb and Sam Sale. Another comic that I recommend by DC. I've been reading the Dark Side War. I don't know if anyone has ever read those. So the aspect of it is the Anti-Monitor. If you don't know who that is.
That's a big DC baddie.
Big DC baddie is basically going to take on the big bad Dark Side. And we see what happens because the Justice League is basically caught in the middle. We see some characters get new powers. We see them get, maybe a little bit ridiculous things. But it's really interesting. Artwork, amazing. Yes. Really, really good.
We'll talk more about Dark Side War next time.
I think so. I think we should talk about it.
We can get in depth because there's a lot to talk about.
I'm gonna post some stuff to try to get you guys hyped about it. Try to get you guys. It's pretty far into it right now, the comics, but it's still a good read. You can still find it at your local bookstore, your comic shop. I would catch up. Yeah. What about you, Matt? What are you reading this week?
Well, actually, it was funny because I was thinking about reading, but also I was thinking about watching.
Okay, what are you watching this week?
And what I'm watching this week, and it's funny because it's not about comics at all, though the people are superhuman in nature.
Okay.
I want you all to check out, because you know me, I'm a big professional wrestling fan.
Oh, yeah, okay. Here we go.
And it was funny because Stephen Amell was actually at SummerSlam.
He was.
Against Stardust. One of the bad guys. And you think Stardust is a supervillain, but he is. He's the supervillain of the WWE.
He definitely is.
Yeah, and he has like face paint. He does the whole thing. He's
I want him to do a crossover.
Yeah. I want him to be an Arrow just to be in there.
That'd be legit.
But he's great.
Yep.
And so I thought about that when we were talking about Arrow. I thought about the crossover there. Right. But so in the WWE universe, what I would suggest watching is NXT. NXT is WWE's developmental program, and that's where all the people that are not ready for prime time yet are going. Cool. But that's where all the younger stars are coming. Nice. So they come straight out of the indies, and you see moves like you've never seen before.
That's awesome.
And it's crazy. Some of the best thing. Finn Balor looks like someone straight out of a comic book. Okay. He's the champion right now. It's amazing. If you're into professional wrestling, or if you're not, like, let's say you were wondering how professional wrestling is, you want to know what it's like, I suggest finding NXT. Some of it's on Hulu you can watch.
Okay.
And check it out. If you don't, it's on the WWE Network. That's only it's only like $10 a month to get the WWE Network. Cool. You get all of NXT, all you want. It's amazing. Check that out. The last thing I want to say is, as we wrap up, we are now being put on this whole show. The Watchers Weekly we got here, the 2 Dubs. We are putting on by AIM, which stands for Are You Not Entertained? It's a production entity out here in Minneapolis. And they're going to be helping us out. It's really great. Thank you guys over at AIM. Yeah. And they're putting on Star Wars the Musical.
Oh, nice.
They're putting on Star Wars the Musical next year at the St. Paul Historic Mountains Youth Theater. It's going to be crazy. Wow, awesome. So, we just want to plug that real quick. Star Wars the Musical is coming up. We'll give you more information as that goes down. But be on the lookout for that. And it's a whole musical based off of A New Hope, and it's great. All right, so thank you once again.
Thank you.
My name is Matt Allen.
I'm Alex Enrico.
And thanks for watching. Remember, we are watching.